mean cycle. I can't excite you anymore. Where's your gavel, your jury? What's my offense this time? You're not a judge, but if you're gonna judge me, well, sentence me to another life. Don't wanna hear your sad songs, I don't wanna feel your pain. When you swear to my folks, you know we're not the same. We're not the same. Oh, we're not the same. Yeah, the friends who stick together, we wrote our names in blood. But I guess you can't accept that the change is good. It's good. It's good. Will you treat me just like another stranger? Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. I guess I'll go. I'll best be on my way out. You treat me just like another stranger. Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. I guess I'll go. I'll best be on my way out. Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best friend. This is the best thing that could have happened any longer, and I wouldn't have made it. It's not a war, no, it's not a rapture. Just a person, but you can't take it. Same tricks that the ones fool me, they won't get you anywhere. I'm not the same kid from your memory. Well, now I can fend for myself. Don't wanna hear your sad songs, and I wanna feel your pain. When you swear to my folks, you know we're not the same. No, we're not the same. No, oh, we're not the same. Yeah, we used to stick together, we wrote our names in blood. But I guess you can't accept that the change is good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Will you treat me just like another stranger? Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. I guess I'll go. I'll best be on my way out. You treat me just like another stranger. Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. I guess I'll go. I'll best be on my way out. Ignorance is your new best friend. 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 Will you treat me just like another stranger? Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. I guess I'll go. I'll best be on my way out. You treat me just like another stranger. Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. I guess I'll go. I'll best be on my way out. That was Ignorance by Paramore. And I apologize for making you listen to my voice instead of that of a tiny, lovely, orange-haired young lady. I played that straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us. In just a moment, I'm going to give a tutorial covering everything I just played. And at the very end, I'm going to do a slow motion close-up play along that you might find helpful. But right now, hey, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want hundreds more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each with a link to its own free video play along and tutorial, just like this one, check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. Okay, now, this is a hard rock song, and I played it on an acoustic ukulele. So I kind of tried to go to the extremes to insert the feeling of rock to it. I don't see this song, this is an angry song, I don't see this song being played as a folk song, right? So I didn't do that. And a couple things I did that made it feel more rock to me. I had very syncopated strums that I'll show you, and very abrupt, harsh strums. And I also went jumping around up and down the neck. I didn't have a whole band behind me. I didn't have anybody playing a bass or playing guitar leads, so I had to do it all on this as well as I could. And so I did do all of those things, you can play a much, much, much simpler version of the song. All you have to do is follow the easiest versions of the chords. That is to say, when I go, you know, from a D minor here to a second position, D minor to a third, and a fourth position, you know, when I'm going up and down the neck like that, you could just play a D minor, and it won't be wrong. And if you're going to play it with somebody else, if they're playing exactly what I played, or if you're going to play with me, if you just want to play a D minor, when I'm jumping around with the D minors, you know, it'll just be harmonizing. It'll just be nice. It'll just be a fuller D minor sound. So you don't have to play it the way I did. And same thing's true with the strums. Again, if you don't give it some sort of abruptness, it's not going to sound like rock music. But if you like the song and you want to play it, and, you know, play what you're capable of, you can do that. All right. Now, I'm going to go over, I think what I'm going to go over first is the chord transitions, and then all those different strums that I did, because I did lots and lots of them. But the chord transitions are pretty straightforward. So, and I'm going to show you what I did. Again, you don't have to do what I did. You can just stay on the low D minor if you want to. But I started out on this D minor, and then I dropped my pinky on the 5th fret of the 1st string, first counting from the floor. That's it. Sounds like I switched to a different chord. They're all actually a D minor, but I dropped my pinky there. That's it. And then G minor. So from the D minor, all I'm doing is moving my fingers over a little bit, really, kind of G minor. And I drop my pinky in the same place, and now I make that a G5. Right? So G minor. And now it's a B flat. From there, it's a pretty quick transition to a B flat. My middle finger's in the right place. My index finger just has to cover 2 strings. I form the B flat, and I'm going to slide down to an A here. So that's how I'm doing it. I'm doing B flat, slide 1 fret, and then I'm going to drop my pinky on, actually in kind of the same position. You know, I was dropping it here before. I slid down 1 fret, and I'm going to drop my pinky down 1 fret. That is to say, on the 4th now, and I'm just like that. I down, up. So that's it. And one more time with a different strum. But it's exactly the same chords. Okay, most of the rest of the song is the same. That is to say, the verses. D minor, G minor, can't decide you anymore, right? B flat, A, and that's it. And then the chorus, I'm not even going to go over it. Same chords. And the part 2 of the chorus, same chords. The only thing I did different in the interlude, I went way up. Oh, excuse me, actually, the chorus also, I go from here to this D minor, all the way up, barring the 5th fret. And that one, if you can do bar chords, this isn't a hard one. So D minor is pretty straightforward. Most people can shape that, can form that pretty easily. I'm guessing if you practice, you can do this. Okay? Now, having said that, I had to, you might have noticed, I had to occasionally look down and make sure I land on the 5th fret. I had a tendency in practicing to sometimes not go all the way up. And so if I've just played, you know, several lines and I haven't been doing this, then when I go right back, I look down to make sure I hit that 5th fret. But so that's the way I'm doing it here in the chorus. And then G minor, and I'm shaping, it's like an E minor shape. It's another G minor, 4th position G minor, but I got an E minor shape up on the 5th fret. That's right, here's an E minor, but I take it all the way up to the 5th fret. And the same thing then. Okay, now the interlude, the only chords left, the chords in this are not hard. Again, I'm going up and jumping back and forth very quickly, but they're basic chords. All the chords I'm actually using are, you know, D minor, G minor, B flat, A. Okay, so the interlude, I start out the same way as the chorus, and then the G minor, but I do this part up here. So I've got basically it's a closed G shape up on the 5th fret. Okay, 5th fret up here, that is a B flat, right? That's a B flat up on the 5th fret, but it's a closed G shape on the 5th fret. And then I slide down 1 fret, remember, to get that A. From a B flat, you just, there. And then I'm going to drop my pinky on the 7th fret. And again, it's that down up. So, and then I go into kind of the riff. I call it riffing on the 1st and 2nd strings. Here it goes. I'm going to be on the D minor, right? The D minor is what I'm sitting on all the time, but, sorry. I'm dropping my pinky on the 1st string. That's the first part. I want to hear this. That's what I want to hear. Here's the sort of melody of the lead. Oh, sorry. That's it. So I got my D minor shape. I'm going. That's how I go the 1st string, right? With my pinky, and then I drop my pinky on the 2nd string. And my middle finger. So it's here, here, and here. And yes, I have long fingers. If you don't have long fingers, sorry, this is going to be hard or maybe impossible for you. But then, so I go stretch, and then that's the hardest transition in the whole song, is to jump onto this. So I've got here, from here, jump up to the 10th fret here with your pinky. Again, you notice, you're just forming the D minor the entire time. It's just a couple fingers adding things. So at the end and now my pinky goes to the 12th fret, and the rest of my fingers form kind of like an F sharp minor. Right? So, and then kind of a D. When I say F sharp minor, like down here would be an F sharp minor, right? And a D, this would be like a D. That's what I think of as the shape. Although that's actually a D minor still. And finally an A. And I go back to here. Okay, now I'm going to cover all those strums. It's almost completely my right hand, but I gotta say, my left hand does some work too. The left hand does a lot of dampening. Some of the sharpness of the sound comes from my left hand. So here's what I do. I'm starting, this is from the intro. First thing. You notice how it sounds stopped? That wasn't my right hand. Here's what happens if I just leave the D minor. It hangs, but I didn't want it to hang. I wanted it to stop. That's my left hand dampening it. Right? Instead of, I wanted a sharp, abrupt sound. That's it. So, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Down, up, down, down. That's the first. And you can play the entire song that way, right? You can play all those parts that sound kind of like that. You could just play like that. But what I do to make it sound more like I've got a rock and roll drummer going, you know, all kinds of, right? I wanted it to be more frenetic because the song is incredibly frenetic. So I added a split strum, coming up with my thumb separate from my fingers. Here's what I mean. Second half of the intro. All I changed was, when I came up, in the times where I added here, here, instead of just coming up with my fingers, I come up with my thumb first separately. So 2 pieces. You can hear them come up separately. By the way, if you want to play this and you're having trouble getting it right, then just sit there and play it. Like that. can try to do it in slow motion. I'm not sure it would be easier if you did it slower. I'm not sure. I don't know, it sounds a lot more stilted, or feels a lot more stilted if I try to do it slow. So that's how I do the split strum. I also added chucking. So split and chuck. Split. I can't talk about it while I'm doing it, but that's the idea. I will do it in slow motion at the end. And if you want to do it, I suggest just plain sit there on the D minor and practice it. Actually, I did it every second time. So. Do it until you feel comfortable. That's it. Then the verse, I did the same thing. That is to say, the first half of the verse, I did the split strum without the chucking. If I'm a bad person, you don't like me. And then the second half of the verse, where's your gavel, your jury, what's my, actually I did more split strum too. The first time, I'm sorry, the first half of the verse, I did split strum, but I only did it like once each line. If I'm a bad person, or twice each line, I guess. If I'm a bad person, you don't like me, well, I guess I'll make my own way. So it's only like every fourth up, I did the split. But the second half, I always did either a split or a chuck. So split, chuck. Sorry. Where's your gavel, your jury, your... yeah. Every time, every single time, it was either a split coming up or a chuck going out. By the way, when I do that chuck, I come back up with my thumb so that I'm ready to go down with my fingers again and come back up. Like that. That's it. The chorus was more of the same, the split strum. In chorus part 2, the second part of the chorus, I think I didn't do any splits, but I did these stops. So, you treat me, you treat me just like another stranger. Well, it's nice. Right hand. I wanted to hear that. Stop. Nice to meet you, sir. I guess I'll go. I'll best be on my way out. So, no splits, just sort of drama. You treat me just like another stranger. Oh, it's nice. Okay? This stops at the drama. Again, it's the abruptness. It sounds harsh. Part 3. Chorus part 3. This part is mostly percussion, right? Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best friend. This time I'm stopping it with my left hand because I want it to stay stopped so that I can do these Z's, right? And I don't know why I move my left hand around when I do that. I don't think it actually does anything. It feels like I don't know, I'm making music. It feels cool to move my hand around, and it's easy for me to jump back to a B flat shape. So I usually move my left hand when I'm doing Z's in this way. So ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance is your new best friend. That's it. Okay. Only thing I didn't cover now, in that interlude, again, no chucking on the interlude. It was the split strum. And then just a split. And that's it. Last thing, when you end the song, end it on a, whoops, sorry, end it on the right chord. Sharp and stop and walk away, right? So, I guess I'll go, I'll best be on my way out. Just stop it like that, because it sounds like, wait, well, hold on, did you stop in the middle of a line? No, that was it. I'll be on my way out. Goodbye. Okay, now I'm going to play slow motion close-up on my left hand so that you can see every chord transition I'm making. I'm just going to play from the intro through the full chorus, but I'm going to pretend, when I finish chorus part 3, I'm going to pretend I had already done the verse 2, and this is the end of the second chorus, so that I can go straight into the interlude. So I'm going to play straight from the start of the song through the full chorus, parts 1, 2, 3, and then go straight to the interlude. Slow motion, close up on my left hand. Here goes. Slow. 5, 6, 7, and... You don't like me, well I guess I'll make my own way. It's a circle, a mean cycle. I can't excite you anymore. Where's your gavel, your jury? What's my offense this time? You're not a judge, but if you're gonna judge me, well, sentence me to another life. Don't wanna hear your sad songs, I don't wanna feel your pain when you swear it's all my fault, 'cause you know we're not the same. No, we're not the same. Oh, we're not the same. Yeah, the friends who stick together, we wrote our names in blood, but I guess you can't accept that the change is good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, down. Well, you treat me just like another stranger. Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. I guess I'll go, I'll best be on my way out. You treat me just like another stranger. Well, it's nice to meet you, sir. I guess I'll go, I'll best be on my way out. Ignorance is your new best friend. 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 And I screwed up the last chord there. See you Wednesday. That's it. Bye.